I tell you, I had some vacation. I try to do something nice, and it always backfires because I work with idiots. I got to tell you.
What did you do?
What?
What did you do that was supposed to be nice?
Well, a friend of ours was very ill. Was sick. And so while she was convalescing in bed, she was recuperating.
Yeah.
My wife went to visit her and stuff, and she's laying around. There's not a whole bunch of things to do. So she mentioned she loves when Seinfeld comes on TV. Because when Seinfeld comes on TV, it cheers her up. It's one of her favorite shows.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Not in my face, please.
Ralph tapes Seinfeld, and he has every Seinfeld episode on these 2 video cassettes. So my wife says, I'm going to get these video cassettes. I would like to send them to you. It's every Seinfeld episode. Which I thought was nice of my wife. Now, I wasn't even involved. My wife was handling this.
Yes.
Had nothing to do with me. This is my wife's friend, the whole thing. So I get a hold of these Seinfeld cassettes. And because they're Ralph's, I don't want to give away Ralph's tapes. I wanted her to have them. Make copies of them. So, in my employ is Gange. Gange the retard. Gange the nitwit.
What did I tell you about
Gange
him?
who is going nowhere in life fast.
I told you never give him great responsibility.
It's funny. I gave Gange some dough to work for me because I felt bad for him. He was working for free. But he really is a nitwit. Never checks his work. Doesn't do anything right. You don't do anything right.
I do everything
right.
No,
you don't. You know what? I got to go back and check.
Right.
He's been doing lots of taping and stuff for me.
Yeah,
and you never checked on it?
I've never checked any of it. How do I know?
Because we've sent it to 1.5 billion people. That's why.
We sent what to 1.5 billion people?
Every dub that we make, we send. Dubs
no one looks at your work. No one checks your work.
I check my work.
You check it.
Yes.
All right. Well, let me tell you how he checks his work. Okay. Let me continue the story. You tell me if he checks his work. Because the 2 times I've checked his work so far, they've been wrong.
What 2 times was that?
Here's what I ask him to do for a living for me. I pay him to do this. Take a VCR and another VCR and make copies of tapes that I have.
Right.
That's all he does for me. He makes copies of tapes. Can you make copies of tapes?
Yes, if you give me that job, I could do it.
Do you think a 5-year-old can make copies of tapes?
I think if you showed them once, they'd be able to do it.
Now, the only time I have them taping hundreds of things. But the one thing I once checked was I had to make a tape for my parents. I had to make a copy of some of the old movies, the family movies.
Sure.
They got it. It was all black, all blanked out. All right, that was one time.
Your faulty equipment.
Oh, okay. So but you check your work.
I do. Yeah.
So why don't you check your work and find that it was faulty?
Because sometimes, with this problem that we had, and we've already talked about
Yeah.
the problem that we had was
Let me hear
in the
this.
beginning, it was okay. And
The whole tape was blank. The whole tape, Gange.
The whole tape.
So you just checked the beginning of the tape? Why don't you spot check your work?
Well, because of course.
My parents threw it out. They never even brought it up to me. I asked them how they liked the tape. They told me it was all blank.
Do you want me to sit there and watch 4 hours of tape?
You never.
Do you know what spot check is? You ever hear fast forward?
Of course.
No, he works slow as a turtle. So listen to this. Have this guy making dubs for me. That's his job. No wonder dub and dumb are so close in spelling.
It's just one letter.
Yeah.
So close.
I don't even know why he bothers going through the charade. Why don't you just give my parents a blank tape still in the wrapper? Why do you go through the charade of pretending like you put something on it? So anyway, this woman friend of ours was sick, and she was laying in bed, and Gange, I asked him to make a copy of the Seinfeld shows. Now, you're going to think I made this story up that I'm telling you, but I'm not making it up. So, because we send out so many tapes and things, whenever I have tape laying around, Gange takes and tapes over it. Because, we just send out a tremendous amount of tape. I get a letter from this woman's husband, and he says, look, I'm sending back this tape. Now, this woman's husband has spent 2 years in the priesthood, by the way. 2 years preparing to be a priest and then left and became a husband.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And he says, I'm sending this back. I don't like your idea of a cruel joke.
Oh, no.
Oh, what did he send, Howard?
He sent them a porno movie.
Oh.
With nothing on it.
Howard.
And you know what? You want to know something? It's funny. Yeah, I know everyone's having a good laugh, but I got to tell you something.
No, but he's probably thinking that's a typical Howard Stern.
And it happened. He thought it was like an April Fool's joke or something. Like Howard Stern, what a funny guy.
Yeah.
He says he sent in a Seinfeld tape. First of all, I had nothing to do with it. Why he sent me the letter, I don't know. That was the thing that pissed me off. Send it to my wife. She's the yenta who's involved with everybody. But Gange, what's your story? Tell me what you're up to. Are you up to ruining me?
Yes, absolutely. I'm trying
You
to
are?
ruin you. That was
all right. Well, at least you're
accident.
honest.
The
guy enjoyed probably the Chinese enema tape, thanks to you.
Ooh, I can't imagine what he sent.
I have it in your bag.
And you have the tape?
Yeah.
Good.
And it goes, I'll tell you exactly what's on the tape.
Is there any Seinfeld on there?
None.
None.
There's about 5 seconds of like a Letterman show.
Yeah.
And then there's a little snow, and then it goes right to pornography. And when I say pornography, there's like people aren't taking their clothes off. I mean, it's like there's a naked woman
doing herself
with her toes are pointing towards the ceiling.
Wow. Working on herself.
Exactly.
With dildos?
Yes. No, manually.
Manually. Oh.
And this is a sick woman.
I thought I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
Oh.
How could you do that to me?
You never.
And these aren't the kind of people who get the joke. Don't you check your work?
That was a rush job. Yes.
A rush job.
That was a rush job.
I can't tell you how this. So everyone said I should fire Gange.
Oh, it was one mistake.
Oh, come on.
Man.
That's a pretty major mistake.
Oh, it is not.
That's a whopper.
There's people out there now thinking he's a real scum because of you.
Yeah.
We sent 3 tapes. 2 of them were right. One happened not to tape over.
Oh,
maybe the tape was loose when we covered the little.
No, you know what I think happened. You know what I happen to think happened here.
What happened?
I think you're so addle-brained that you.
No, it has nothing to do with.
I think you. What college did you go to?
CW Post.
Okay, I rest my case.
CW Post.
All I ask the guys, please make copies. Make copies. God knows you can't screw that up.
Oh,
what would you have me do? Why don't you send a copy of that duty video to my parents? Why don't you just mail it to them?
Next on my list.
Yeah. Little mistake. So these were the wrong people to make a mistake. Not that I care. We were trying to do something nice. But at the same point, I mean, you could pay a little attention to what you do for me. I don't know why I keep you around. I never fire anybody.
I will make sure now doubly that I check every single thing.
Yeah, but now you're going to slow down to the point where you hardly do anything.
Well, I'll watch every video then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You have to spot check just to see that something's on there.
I will definitely.
And why don't you?
And when you're doing something over a porno tape, erase the tape.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that from now on.
Yeah, and we're not saving any more porno tapes.
No, we're throwing those out.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
We get so many porno tapes that we just have so much tape sitting around that we reuse them. But I'm not into saving porno tapes. All right, get out of here. I'm disgusted with you. And my wife said I didn't yell at Gange enough. I said I did yell at him, but
you did.
I said, what am I supposed to do? The guy's retarded.
Gange is not anything he. Really
but I apologize. What was I supposed to do at that point? What was I supposed to do?
Well, you should pick up the phone and call my wife's friend.
Absolutely, I would. I would definitely do that.
Even my wife said, I want to yell at Gange, but it's not my place to yell at Gange. You should yell at him. I said, okay. I said, that's another thing. Now the pressure is I got to sit around and yell at him.
Yeah, but...
On my vacation.
Do I not do a good job for you?
No. What?
Do I not do...
Why do you want to ask that? You really want to be evaluated on the air right now?
Absolutely.
Well, you want to be evaluated in front of all these people?
Is there any other time
I'll give you an evaluation. I'm going to give you an evaluation in private. Yeah, okay. I got plenty to say to you.
Maybe you should start doing that. Have 6-month evaluations.
This is sounding more and more like work for me. Like I have to evaluate him.
No, because Gange walks around thinking he does a fine job.
You know what it is? I don't even want to know what Gange's doing. I just want to know he's doing it and taking care of business. I don't want to have to yell at you. I don't want to have to evaluate you.
Maybe Laura should take that.
Oh, believe me, I was yelled at.
No, she yelled at him plenty. I think she would get rid of Gange. It's me who keeps holding on to him. I feel bad for him. You really want me to evaluate you? I'll evaluate you right now if you want it.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll evaluate you simply. A scale of 1 to 10. You're a 2.
I'm a 2.
You're a 2.
Now, how do you rate that? How do you judge?
1
what
to
is your
10.
standard?
Gange, you want more evaluation on the air?
Well, what do you
just received a 2 out of 10 points, and now you want to be explained
you're just
to?
pointing out a 2. You're not explaining where the 2 comes from. Why? Why 2? Why not 1? Why not 10?
No, you're not a 1. You're a 2.
I'm a 2. So what is 2?
A 1 would be like that kid Corky.
He's only dubbing. The highest score you can get is like 3.
Yeah, right. I mean, how many points do you want?
Yeah.
He wants a top evaluation for a guy who makes copies of tapes.
Couldn't give him a simple job.
Yeah. If I give you something complicated, maybe you could earn extra points. It's like Tanya Harding. If she does a Lutz, that's complicated.
Right.
Yeah.
So she deserves a 10. You're not doing a triple Lutz.
No.
You klutz. I tell you something, I was so angry at him. I don't even know how to express my anger. It's embarrassing. Because I don't like to be angry at someone. I like to just come in and see you, and that's it.
Well, I try to do a good job by, I happen to screw up once.
Twice.
Did you make him cry out?
No. I'm not. It's not. Why should I have to work at making him cry?
No,
that's work for me. That's pressure for me.
And you're at home. You're trying to relax.
I'm trying to relax.
I don't mean that. Did you try? I'm just wondering. If you got.
Yes, Baba Booey. And Baba Booey, you want to know something? As much as you're smiling through this, you are no better. And I'll tell you why. It's because you're so incompetent. I have to assign all your duties to other people.
Right.
Just so you know that.
Good.
You're no better than him. You're no better than him. You're a 2 also. The 2 and a 2. That's a 4. There you go.
Wow.
No, excuse me. You're a 1.5. He's beating you.
Yeah, bring the rest of the staff.
That's a 3.5. No, not the rest of the staff. You 2. Every time I call up, Baba Booey's got everyone doing something else for him. I said, what is this? Can't he do anything? I give Baba Booey an assignment.
You're the one who's...
Baba Booey's assignment is to open my mail. Now, you don't want 25 people opening your mail because there could be something personal in there, which Gary knows. I could be getting a letter from someone that's, personal. And I said to Gary, you're the guy who's going to be allowed to open my mail. Call up the other day. I find out Gary's got the interns opening up the mail.
Really?
Going through my mail. He's got everyone in the planet going through my mail. My personal mail. See, he doesn't tell me that. He doesn't tell me that.
One day, Kathy opened the mail last week, and you happened to call. That's what happened.
Oh, one day this happened.
One day.
Never happened. On the one day I call, that was the day it happened. You're kidding.
No.
You've never had anyone open your mail before until that one day.
Sporadically.
Oh,
yes.
Sporadically now. Now, it was one day, now it's sporadically. So it happens more than once. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
I see.
You are correct, Perry Stern.
Who else looks through my mail? Does Aqualung, the homeless guy, look through it? Does Cope look through Who looks through my mail? Tell me who photocopies my mail.
We photocopy it, we send it around the office.
Yeah, before you photocopy my mail, genius, let me tell you something.
No.
Let me tell you something.
That was a joke,
I
Howard.
want you... No. I don't take anything you say as a joke.
John photocopies your mail. Do you trust Stuttering
John photocopies my mail?
Yes.
Don't ask me that question if I trust him, because now you got to photocopy my mail. No, I trust you. I like you. You got low brain pattern.
Well, I'm too low to work a copy machine.
You are? You're too slow.
stupid.
You're too stupid.
Too stupid.
Yeah, this is the problem. So he's got So now I'm saying, what does he do exactly all day? What does he do all day?
Nothing.
He comes in here. I see him reading the paper. That he does. He reads the paper better than anyone. In fact, he blocks out everything else. He's able to concentrate on the paper.
I thought this was about Gange.
Well, you walked in with a dumb smile on your face. I said, this guy's no better.
And you're not going to be the beneficiary.
I don't want to hear your jokes. There's nothing funny about you commenting on people who can't work. I told